Good morning.
Good morning.
Still starting.
Sometimes it's, sometimes it's already
There we go.
recording.
Hi! See, I can't say hi until we're actually on.
You could hear my eyes roll, couldn't you?
I know. We played Stevens, Morning Has Broken. So if you get a chance, go see that. It's fun.
And the picture that was on that was perfect for today's message.
I know.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
You did good.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I had no idea what I was doing. But that's typical. All right.
amazing.
How's everybody doing? You know, we have got our big show in 2 weeks. We still need auction items, like badly. Lots. We could use lots of good auction items, and
Volunteers.
volunteers.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, sign me up for wherever you want me. No,
Thank you.
I'm not doing that.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for that, but it's not my job. I can't do it. It's that one more thing. So, just step up and do it for yourself. If you would, please.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Yep.
What?
Church bulletins.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Please place your donation in the envelope along with the deceased person you want remembered. The church will host an evening of fine dining, super entertainment, and gracious hostility. I like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, never to have too much gracious hostility. Okay, and this is the last of the ones that Mary sent us. Thank you, Mary. Why limit happy to an hour?
Choose happy all the time. Choose happy. Everybody have their Choose Happy band.
If you don't,
If you don't, they're up on the front seat, or ask me. I'll dig them out of the box and get them for you, because Choose Happy.
speaking of that, what's that?
This is our quilt that we're going to auction off. More
Okay.
to come about that.
Okay.
But you need to come up and look at the stitch work on this. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's unbelievable.
Way better than I can do. It is. It's way better.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Yep. According to this box of mac and cheese, I'm a family of 4. Seen on a laundry bag. Laundry today or naked tomorrow. Launder today. Yard sign for dogs. No tress pooping.
Oh. Dogs can't read.
They can't. I didn't notice if we had any more tickets back there for the circus, but the circus is coming to town the end of March, the 28th and 29th, 6:30 in the evening, Benton Franklin Fairgrounds. Discount tickets. Actually, I think this is a kid. It's a free
It's a free
pass
kids.
for kids under 12. I assume that's what this is. Since I
12.
see- yeah. See.
12 años y memores.
Yeah, so I assume that's kids under 12. Or 12 and under, probably. So these should be in the back. If they're not, I have some up here. And there you go.
Yep.
Neither are these square. We do have a couple patron saints, though, by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon.
Yay, George and John.
And George and John said a bunch of cool stuff. I know, because I just read it this morning. But that was this morning, so I can't remember what I read. So, and John said, love is real. Real is love. Love is feeling. Feeling love. Love is wanting to be loved. Love is touch. Touch is love. Love is reaching. Reaching love. Love is asking to be loved. Love is you. You and me. Love is knowing. We can be. Love is free. Free is love. Love is living. Living love. Love is needing to be loved. Should be a song. Gosh, should be a song.
All you need is love.
And George, and George, what was the best thing before sliced bread? I don't know.
What?
Oh, yeah. Cinnamon roll.
Oh, yeah.
That was
That's
better.
still pretty good.
Yeah.
He's been on a cinnamon roll.
I have. We've been going to all kinds of places trying to find the best cinnamon rolls in the Tri-Cities. Haven't found one yet. What's the best one? Haven't gotten
We haven't discerned that yet.
But-
We're still searching.
But Sageport is pretty dang good. And it's huge. I mean, it's like, good grief, one person could not eat that. Funniest story, we were in Sageport the other day, and father and two smaller children. Boy was probably 4-ish, maybe 5. The girl was younger, and they both had cinnamon rolls. And of course, the girl was using a knife and fork. Dad was, and apparently, for whatever reason, the dad told the son he couldn't pick it up and eat it. He had to use a knife and fork because they're huge for one thing. They're just gigantic. And he spent the entire time at breakfast refusing to do that. So he just sat and stared at it. And then
With a
occasionally,
huge pout on his face.
and then occasionally would reach out but he refused to cut it. He was perfectly capable. So I don't know what was going on there, but it was kind of cute. I mean, in one respect, but whatever.
Active defiance.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
T-shirts and sweatshirts that you may want. You know those bottle openers that you twist in and you got handles? Well, imagine handles going in all kinds of different angles. And on here it says, my workout. So, don't sing in the shower. I don't sing in the shower. I perform. Although you wouldn't want to probably wear a T-shirt in the shower. So, I don't know. Unless you're washing it. That'd be different. So. I think, therefore, we have nothing in common. I could probably wear that, but I just wouldn't wear it out of the house. There are more plastic flamingos than real ones in the United States. Designed by Don Featherstone, more than 20 million plastic pink flamingos have been sold since 1957. And this book is getting kind of old, so it's probably more than that. That's a lot. Most of them are in Florida. They use them as lawn decorations, kind of like gnomes in the rest of the country. And there is a true music of nature: the song of the birds, the whisper of leaves, the ripple of waters upon a sandy shore, and the wail of wind or sea. I love that because there's nothing better for me than I was on this beach and it was stormy. I mean, it was probably 30, 40 mile an hour winds. Waves splashing. Oh my God, it was just
he was exhilarated.
It was amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Actually, that was when we had Deneen here.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Deneen was standing next to me and she was just freezing. I think she was from Arizona. So.
Yeah, she is.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Oh, true. Well said.
Yeah. Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
True too. And, thank you, Ralph Waldo Emerson, write on your hearts that every day is the best day of the year.
Absolutely.
And so, would you call these bad jokes that I do here more dad jokes? Would you call these dad jokes?
They're bad dad jokes.
Well, I know they're bad dad
They're
jokes.
bad jokes.
Yeah, which is, of course, why I do them. So, who makes shoes for fruit? A peach cobbler. How do you fix a broken pizza? With tomato paste. Who writes nursery rhymes and squeezes oranges? Mother juice. I know. It's a dad joke, right?
It's not even a dad joke.
It wasn't even a dad joke, was it?
That was beyond. Calendar.
You ought to see these when Jan posts the service to YouTube. You know, we're live on Facebook. Hi, but YouTube we're a couple of hours afterwards, and they always give you different pictures to put as what do you call it? When you've got just a video and kind of, and it's fun picking which one sometimes. Because frequently we're going, or she's got one of those looks when I said something. You know which look. You know which look. Yeah.
That's usually what it is.
Yeah.
So, Course in Miracles this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
And that's at 1 o'clock. And then...
And also Oneness Blessing after service.
Oh, yeah. Doubling up.
Mm-hmm.
And Expo is just around the corner. We're going to have more to say about that in a bit.
3 years. It's hard to believe it's been 3 years since we've done it. It'll be the 20th year doing it. But
yeah. So there's this gap of whatever. Anyway, it's crazy, but so next Sunday, right after services, we'll have everything pulled out and ready to go, and we'll load it up into a trailer, and then we'll just take that trailer straight to the hotel. But there's a lot of different things going on at the hotel, so it's kind of I don't know. We'll figure it out.
One thing we depend on all of you for is to post it on all the social media, boost it, do whatever you can do to get that word out. We've got little videos and
Beth did
gizmos.
a fantastic job. She updated our video, got that posted. We've got some advertising going. But if you see something, share it. Like it and share it. Love it and share it. Comment. Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, then comment on everything. Yeah, I don't care what you say. Yeah, yes, whatever.
Well, we do care what they say. Honey, look at your audience. Oh, wait, they're not like you. Never mind. You're good. I think we're done with you.
Oh, good.
Is there this thing's? Can you fix this?
Oh, did it go back? It went back down, didn't it?
Yeah, it drooped.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's got the droopies.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably can't with your hand. Got it?
Yeah, that should do it.
That work?
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're good sound-wise on Facebook. If anybody watching wants to tune in and ask, let me know about that. That'd be good. We have a guest speaker this morning. Glory, glory. She's going to share with you a process that she received during a meditation. And it's something that has really blessed her tremendously. And so she has been so kind as to come and be willing to share that with us so that we can be blessed as well. Please give a good welcome to Beth Clark. Get you hooked up here. Click that button. Good to go. All right. You rock.
Thank you, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's all start with a smile. Most of you have it on there anyways, but just smile for a while, look around. Just have that great big smile in your eye. And remember our wristband? Say, I choose happy. Now look around the room and see something you're grateful for. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's the mural. Just notice something and feel that in your heart, that feeling of gratitude. Now take a big breath in and exhale. So that's the beginning of my Sage Dawn process right there. But let me give you a little bit background before I talk about this some more. December 2019, do you remember that? Pre-COVID, pre-shutdown? The ancient ones wrote a message called Manifesting in Brilliance. So I think most of you are probably familiar with the ancient ones. If you're not, they're a group of ascended beings that are channeled through Janice Lynch. If you're not comfortable with the concept of channeling or familiar with it, just go with the fact that it's some very inspired messages that Janice has written. And that message, and I'm going to pull out my here because I want to read some words to you from that message. Again, it's called Manifesting in Brilliance. In that particular message, on the website, we chose this beautiful sunrise picture, which is, morning is broken, goes perfectly. And they said, your heart and your mind link with your soul and spirit to create, exclamation point. What your heart desires and your mind can conceive, your soul spirit accesses divine energy to create. This creation is miraculous. And within this creation energy holds a higher awareness that guides you not only to creating your heart's desires, but to much more and much better than your mind can imagine. Pretty cool, right? And we ask that you listen to your intuition and your insights as these nudges from divine source guide you towards your goals, your hopes, and your dreams. Hold your goals and hopes and dreams lightly in your expanded awareness, and this grants you the opportunity to learn, grow, revise, and revisit as necessary. You may find that your goals, hopes, and dreams change and adapt with this form of expanded awareness because of the guidance and insights you are receiving. And within this journey of fulfilling your goals, your hopes, and your dreams, you will find your destiny, your purpose, your mission as a loving manifestation of divine source. When I read that message, I went, I want that. And I think sometimes when we ask for things, we think, I think I want that, I had not any doubt in my mind that that's what I wanted in my life. And so it's December time, and so I had a little time off from my work or a reduced schedule, and so I chose for the next few days, a week or so, to just take one of the Ancient One's messages just randomly and read it. And each day I'd wake up in the morning and I'd read an Ancient One's message. They're so inspiring, and at this point they were mostly from Volume 1 of the Ancient Ones. And after several days I started to notice that the messages I was randomly picking all said something very similar. It said, you can shift out of fearful and distressing thinking instantaneously. Each message gave away that if you did this, you can create an instantaneous shift in your life. And I went, wow, things just should be hard, right? But the Ancient Ones were telling us that there's things that you can do to create shift just like this. And I pulled out all these messages, and about this point it was 8 of them, and I laid them out in front of me. And sure enough, each one of these 8 messages I had read in the 8 days had a method in it. And then I heard that voice, you guys all heard the voice. It said, now create a phrase out of it. I think that's called an acronym. So an acronym is, Christopher always used the one fear. False evidence appearing real. That's an example in that. And so almost immediately what fell out for me was Sage Dawn. And I went, wow, that's kind of cool. Because saging to me is, we all use the saging to clear, but we also have saging as a wise person. And dawn is a new beginning. So clearing for a wise new beginning. And that works so cool. And I went, wow. And then I heard the voice that said, now use it and share it with others. And I have shared that saging process. I just did it with you, and I have shared it with others. But this is the first time, 3 years later, that I'm actually feeling called to maybe come back and give you some more detail about how it has worked in my life and why I think it's important. So before I get into that, I think it's worthwhile for me to explain that when I talk about distressing feelings of fear, anxiety, worry, angry, being shut off from your feelings, all overthinking, that's another one, by the way. I'm really good at that one. All of these are not negative, bad things. And the Ancient Ones make that really, really clear. These are things that are part of our survival. These are things, if you're in the middle of the road and a car's coming and you're not fearful or worrying, there's a problem, right? You gotta take an action. Somebody you love's out at 3 a.m, you can't get a hold of them, and they were supposed to be home. You gotta worry, you gotta take an action. That's what we're built for. What becomes negative is when they become the filter through which we see our life. And the filter through which we see our life without even realizing we are doing that. And that is what requires the shifting. And as luck would have it, shortly after doing this and noticing my shifting, I came upon a book by Laurel Mellon called Wired for Joy. She's a psychologist. I think Janice introduced me to that in one of her talks. And she has a book called Wired for Joy. And in this book, she describes that we have 5 brain states, from being very, very stressed to being very happy and everything's great and blissful and joyful. And that a healthy brain is always going back and forth between all these stages. And each of these stages work in a different part of our brain. But at the end of the day, we all kind of have this default place that we go back to. It's hardwired in our brain, and it goes back to it without us even realizing it. And I think she had this one line that I just really loved, is that our brain would love us to be consistently miserable rather than occasionally happy. Because it knows that miserable is keeping us alive right now and working. And it requires, she says, something that you do frequently to change it. You can rewire it, but rather than these wonderful things that you do maybe once a month, you need to be doing something constantly, something simple over and over and over to reprogram that default filter that you're looking through life from being down here to being up here. And what I really loved for that was a huge aha moment, because for me, I had been going to the Divine Fellowship and I was having plenty of, just beautiful up here. This is my one moment. And I was having less and less of the 5 moments. But when I started doing my Sage Dawn process, I found that I was actually down here in my default more than I thought. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm doing the work. and she kind of recovers it. That's like, we have a whole lifetime of programming that got us there and got us safe. And so if you're feeling like, why am I, having all this good stuff, but still feel like I get into this constant worry, we're wired that way. And just as an aside, our social media may be reinforcing that for us as well. And so the Sage Dawn process, so be kind to yourself. and the Sage Dawn process can help with it. Now, Laurel actually suggests several things, but why I like the Ancient Ones processes is I think they're simpler. I can remember them. They're really adaptable. I can remember the word sage. She had some that were fairly complicated, and I go, oh my gosh, what was it? And I, wasn't working. But the other thing that I really like about it is it acknowledges our divine connection. It's more than a neurological thing. The Sage Dawn is helping you rewire your divine connection as well as your emotional brain connection. And I really think it's so important for us to have that knowledge and understanding. So we already did the first one, smile. How easy is a smile, right? A smile can change your world. It can change the world of those around you. They say that if you smile for 20 seconds, it changes the hormones in your body. Well, guess what? During COVID, when you're home alone, I found it really hard to smile some days. I did not realize how much my smiling depended on other people. And I'm like, and I found that the smile test was probably one of the most useful ways for me to know where I was on that scale. Because at some point, my smile became more like a pouty kid. I'm not smiling. I can't feel it. My hormones aren't changing. And then something happened. I laughed. And a laugh sometimes is easier than a smile, and a laugh leads to a smile. So if you find yourself as a pouty kid, that's fine. And hopefully you can see the humor in it. Now, if you're like here at church today, you can take your smile and you can boost it if you want to. You know, bring a twinkle into your eye. Bring the smile into your heart. You know, you just feel that. It changes it. You know, just it's not on your face, it's in your whole body. So however your smile shows up for you, honor that. Now the next one is affirmation. And the ancient ones sometimes call these power phrases. For me, this was the most difficult one, and it was the most one to stop me from using the processes. Because if your filter is down there and you're saying something like, I choose to be happy, your filter's saying, oh yeah, right. Let's go do the dishes, or, you know, just about anything. And so it's really useful to spend time to find affirmation, power statements that really ring true for you, because when you do that, you want to do this process because they support you, they're believable, and they can lift you up. And so in the Ascension Path Facebook group, several people shared power statements that they use, and I've got a whole page of them, so let me share a few of them. I am a child of God. I allow myself to have fun and return to my childlike curiosity. I accept, adjust, adapt, and flow. Make me a channel of your peace. Peace be still. I am free. The power is within me. I am one with the divine light of love. Each day is better and better. New day, new way. She did what she could. I bless others and I am blessed. These are all great ones. Mine was, you can't touch this. It's from an MCM or song. Right? And this is when my thoughts, my overthinking were going, blah, 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 you know. So, you can't touch this, right? Give me a break. And next thing I know, I'm dancing around the room like with my parachute pants on. But it was my way of saying, stop, you know, just for a moment. Peace be still. It's never done. And I love that some of you know what that song is. Whatever works for you, some suggestions. Have more than one, because you need a different one from here and from when you're here. Have them preloaded and rehearsed. You will know in your body when it creates a shift. You go, that's the one for me. And only you guys know what's right for you. It doesn't have to be a Louise Hayes if that's not your thing. It's yours. Let me see. The other thing with it is keep it simple. She did what she could. I think Janice has shared that with us. Well, that's not saying she did what she could and to heck with you. No, she did what she could, and there's a prayer to God that Janice offers up to hand it over to God. But Janice doesn't need all that words. You know, she did what she could, gives and triggers that whole message for her. So you may have this many words to explain what your affirmation is, but if it takes this many words to remember it and to create the shift in you, that's all you need. And the last one, as you may tell, is use a song. Our songbook is great with great lyrics in it. And a song, not a song that puts somebody else down, you know, not that kind of one, but the song that lifts you up, that lyric. And I guess, sure, my most recent one is Whether I Feel You. And when I say that, oh gosh, it brings tears to my eyes, right? That's how powerful it is, because I feel, I get grounded. And that's what Daryl shares with us with drumming, for those that aren't familiar with it. It's Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. And it does. It just calms me down. It grounds me, but it also connects me to Daryl, your energy, and this church's energy, and the beating of the drum. But all I need to say is, Mother, I feel you. And it just sets all that in motion for me. So that's a consideration, especially if you're down here. Look for a song lyric that really moves you and try that. Okay, so now that was S, A, gratitude. Gratitude. Again, if you're down here, gratitude's a tricky business. Ancient ones say, notice the blessing behind the gratitude. When you're up here, you're grateful for everything. So find something in your life, and for me, I found birds. And it's COVID time, and you're stuck in your house, so I walked a lot. You know, it was a great motivator for my walking program because it got me out of the house, you know, out in nature. And I started being grateful for birds. And like I tried being grateful for my dog, but sure enough, I was like, oh, I'm worried about my little puppy. Is he healthy? Is he, you know, that had a trigger for me. Grateful for kids, yeah, that's a really tough one, right? Because there's all sorts of things. But grateful for birds, I had no emotional hook in it. The Tri-Cities has the best, most wonderful birds. I don't necessarily know one Tweety from another one, but they're really pretty. And the more I was grateful for the birds, I would look around in my walk, and I started having all these wonderful, just synchronistic bird experiences. You know, hawks flying, or how many of you have had like a hummingbird fly up to your face? They're just joyful. And so I found it really easy to be grateful for birds. And the more I was grateful for birds, the more my filter shifted, and the easier it was for me to be grateful for other things. And at the end of 2022, so you know I'm slow, so this is a couple of years of doing the Sage Dawn process, I started, I was taking some class, and they said, write about what you were grateful for in 2022. I was almost in tears because I had so many things that I was truly blessed, that I was truly grateful for. And that's when I really realized how much my filter had shifted, because gratitude was coming so easily to me, whereas when I started the process, it seemed like every gratitude had like a hook to it. So find something that you can easily, maybe it's a tree, maybe it's birds, whatever it is for you, find that and have that be your gratitude. And then the last one in the saging process is exhale. Let go. That's the simplest one. And you know, when I was down there, the exhale sometimes felt like it had dirty stuff, like you know, like exercising a demon from my body. But it felt good, so simple. And then if you have time, there's so many things you can inhale, so many good things, so many opportunities for shift. And there's a recent ancient one, so I just want to share it with you. It says, it's impossible to notice your breath and feel regret. Try it. You can do one or the other. Yet within noticing the breath, one can notice the brilliance of life unfolding around you. Try it. You can experience both. So many beautiful things to do with the breath work.
When was that one from?
It's a recent one, but I don't remember which method. It's one of the volume 3 ones. So once again, smile. Bring that smile up into your eyes. Feel a twinkle in your eyes. Feel the smile in your heart. Say, Mother, I feel you. And for this moment, feel gratitude for the heartbeat of Mother Earth, for the beating of the drum, and for this divine fellowship. Get a deep breath in. And exhale. And feel the shift. That's all there is to saging. When you do it, you can do it literally in 15 seconds. Do it. I recommend doing it several times a day, and do it for a couple of weeks and notice. And I will tell you, even just a little bit of shift creates a big difference in your life. Okay, so my process was Sage Dawn. And it even took me a while. I'm like, what the heck's with the Dawn part? Because I couldn't remember it. Because Sage, I could remember, but Dawn, what was Dawn? You know, and I found after time that Dawn was extra tools that you can use. That you can blend them in and use them as you need. And so D, divine, remember your divine assistance. Remember your divine connection. If you're having a hard time, they say, just pray, ask for help. And they say, don't say, oh, I'm miserable, help me, right? Because they say you can hear that. And they hear that. You know, God hears that prayer. But what the Ancient One says, you don't hear the answer when you're in that. And so rather than saying, oh, help me, I'm a miserable person, they say, pray for peace. Please, can you bring me peace? And that energy will, there's angels of peace ready there to give it to you. Another divine assistance, if you're feeling up here someplace, close your eyes and say, show me the next step. You know, there's all ways you can do divine assistance, right? And perhaps one of the things that I really, really was aha for me is that they share the affirmation of, I can be and honor whatever you're feeling. I am anxious. I am fearful. I'm angry. Whatever it is, say, I can be distressed and divinely connected. And that to me was really big, because I found that if I thought I was feeling bad feelings, negative feelings, I wanted to stifle them, and I cut myself off from my divine connection. So what they're saying is, I can be, honor that feeling, it's there for a reason. But say, and divinely connected. Don't lose your divine connection, and that automatically will shift things for you. A, the next one, Dawn, D-A. Appreciation. This is when, and this was really good in COVID because it's all about me, right? Appreciation was to look outward and think about other people. A blessing for other people would be another one. So just close your eyes a moment and say, who in my life do I appreciate? Who in my life right now could use a blessing? And I'm sure people come to your mind. And synchronistic things can happen with that. But what they suggest, if your appreciation is such that that person's around and you can do it, go out today and your homework is to tell them that. And if there's a blessing, when we do our circle today, if there's somebody you want blessed, put them in the circle and we'll all bless them. But that immediately gets you outward focus. The next one, W, D-A-W, is wonder and curiosity. And I think that's a superpower for a thinking brain. If your brain's not going to be, quiet, give it something useful to do. And, I wonder what my next step is. And if you haven't, Janice's most recent article gives you wonderful questions to ask. And I love it, Janice. She said something like, why God me? No. Maybe it's a better question. What do I do now? What actions blesses me now? What might my best response be to this? There's lots of she really walks through how you ask yourself good questions. And that wonder and curiosity is just really great at quieting the mind and shifting where you're at in your filter. And so that's D-A-W, and then the last one is the and this is the most important of all. Whatever you experience in this Sage Dawn process, notice it without judgment. It's all good. The goal of this is awareness. That's just pat yourself. Oh my gosh. Whoops. What did I do? Oh, wow. Okay, I think I'm good. And so just notice it without judgment. And so that's the Sage Dawn process. And let me see, what else I wanted to say about it. Okay, I realized. I started this with the manifesting. What does Sage Dawn have to do with manifesting? And your easy response may be, oh, it raises your vibration. And good things come to you. Maybe. Yes, absolutely. But actually, I think what happens is it makes you aware. It makes you aware of the signs that are coming in, the guidance you are getting. And Laura Mellon actually said it like this. She said something about your whole world could change in a really good, positive way. But if your brain filter is set down here, nothing will change. You could have all the great stuff in the world, but if you're seeing it through this lens, nope, you're not going to see it. So as far as manifesting, this is, you got to be able to hear the message, and you got to be able to see it when it comes. And this is what the Sage Dawn process has to do with it. And one more thing I really think it has to do with it, the greatest gift, because this is all about manifesting in accordance with your life purpose. The greatest thing that you can do, the greatest purpose we can have in life is to share our joy and to share our bliss with others. So, go forth and make a change. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I needed that.
Thank you. I think it's kind of on. It fell loose there a little bit.
Thanks. Thank you. Do we want to do communion first, or do you want me to do guided meditation first?
It's up to you. I was
Well,
just going
you're
to read.
here.
I was going to read March 19th from the Ancient Ones. I had it all queued up, and then I lost it. Thank you, Facebook.
Don't you love it?
Yeah.
Well, if you want me to do communion, we can.
Okay.
Since you're here.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
I'd hate to go
then we'll
back
do-
and then come back. I mean,
So there's individual little. Oh, I did the wrong one. Hold your hand up. There.
thank you.
Woohoo. So communion, our opportunity to remember Jesus, remember he was a cool dude. What a blessing, you know.
Doesn't
He
matter what
opened
you
the door
believe.
for
If you
us.
just believe he was a cool dude, and I'd like to be more like him.
It's a little more for me than that, but that's okay. You know, whatever works for you works for me. Join me in prayer, would you please? Loving Spirit of light, thank you for the Sage Dawn process that you brought to us this morning. And we ask that you help us do this process. Help us to remember. Help us to walk in that faith. Help us to walk in that light. These things we pray in the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
Amen. You.
join us in prayer again, please? Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, without judgment. Help us to have a perspective of openness, open curiosity, and walk with us in all things. These things we pray in the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
You don't miss row.
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you, Roy. Volunteer? Sure. Oh, okay. Sweet. You say whatever you feel like saying. You know, we get some of the most amazing things. Sorry, you didn't know you had to say something, did you?
All good.
We've had 12-year-olds come up here and go.
And just be totally inspired.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to thank everyone for welcoming me. I'm William's daughter, Carrie, so I'm the youngest of the three. I think Candy came when she was here as well. So that's my middle sister. So I just want to express extreme gratitude to my father and Sandy. They have always been such a light in my life. Okay, I'm trying not to cry. And yeah. And when I was
We have them handy.
Okay.
They're always handy.
And I just came to visit just to just really got an opportunity to embrace and talk and share. But that's always been a constant in my life. Was with all the ups and downs of growing up. Started going to the Unity Church that they went to when I was fairly young, and then got a great opportunity to start sharing that with my children as and now I get to see life through this full circle of being grateful for all the ups and downs and knowing that was part of my journey, and that they could be a part of that and help me be who I am and be able to grow in my own light. And they accepted every aspect of all of the ups and downs and just and share in that. So I want to just say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we have no unity in the Tri-Cities, but we're about as close as you can get.
Yeah.
Even though we're not real close, we're about as close as we can get. So.
Yeah, it's all about embracing wherever you are.
Really is.
Right?
Really is.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if you would be so kind as to dim the lights, we'll do a guided meditation.
Oh, not damn the lights, dim the lights.
This will probably be on Facebook now. There's a Bible verse that came to mind when we were setting up this message today, the process today. It comes from Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. But the path of righteousness is like the light of dawn that shines brighter and brighter until the full day. So we don't have to have it perfectly. It gets brighter and brighter. We get brighter and brighter. Our guided meditation today, let's just start with moving into the heart space and just being here in this moment, feeling safe, feeling blessed. Now I'd like you to move your energy from your heart space into your mind. And notice that your heart and your mind are connected. And then I'd like you to bring your attention down to the bottoms of your feet. And there are portals at the bottoms of your feet, and as they open, this is a two-way portal, so you can reach into the earth to receive grounding energy, and you can which you draw up into your being, and you can also expel energy through the bottoms of your feet, so you can let go of any tension and stress or worry and fear. Just let it drain out the bottoms of your feet. And now bring your attention to the top of your head. There's an energy portal at the very top of your head. And this energy portal is always open. It's always connected to Divine Source. With your awareness, it'll connect even more. It'll expand. And it will connect you in to a portal above your head. Perhaps it's a green portal or a blue portal or a red portal, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just a different form of energy being brought to you. And whatever's being brought to you in this moment is what is right for you right now. So just notice it. And this living light of love will flow down into the top of your head, whatever color it might be for you. Let it flow into your mind. And because your mind is connected to your heart, let it touch your heart. And from your heart, let it flow to every part of your body. Every organ, every tissue, every cell, every fiber, even down into the cells, even down into your DNA. And our DNA responds to this energy and relaxes, becomes healthy, vibrant, and alive. And now let more and more of this living light of love flow into your shoulders. We carry a ton of tension there. Let's just loosen those up. Roll your shoulders and let that go. And then it'll flow down into your arms and into your hands. And whatever you touch now is worthy work, worthy, because you're giving it your attention. And now let more and more of this living light of love flow down into your legs and down into your feet and out the portals of your feet. So now you're pouring this living light of love through your body and anchoring it into this physical plane. Feels good to be a conduit of love, a conduit of light. And now gently, gently, gently close the bottoms of your feet and you're a vessel of light. Now you can receive even more light for yourself. Let it fill your physical form and let it fill the energy field that surrounds your body. And we're going to take a little walk in our imagination. Allow yourself to find your way to a morning trail. A trail early, early in the morning. It's already beginning to be brightening in the sky. Hear birds already singing. Can you hear them? The day is warm. It's delightful. And you begin to see the sun as it rises over the horizon. Beautiful, golden, brilliant light. And as you stand in this dawn, in this light of dawn, you feel this beautiful golden energy of the dawning entering into your physical form, into your being. As this beautiful golden light filters into your body, it's bringing to your attention fear that you may have been harboring, whether you knew it or not. Sometimes we harbor fear in our back, or we harbor fear in our guts. But this living light of love, this beautiful golden dawn energy, shines on that. And it transforms that from fear into courage and strength. Feel that courage and strength moving through your whole being. And the fear dissipates. And now, infuse in with that the energy of hope. Hope is the energy of a positive outlook with joyous anticipation. Where there was fear, now you have courage and strength, plus this awakening of positive outlook with joyous anticipation. And now this golden light from dawn is flooding into your body and is noticing it is bringing to your attention worry. Allow this golden light now to bring you peace of mind and clarity. And the worry dissipates. And now infuse hope. Positive outlook with joyous anticipation. This golden light now brings to your awareness any energies of mistrust that might be there. There certainly has been a lot to aggravate that particular negative or unpleasant feeling, isn't there? In its place, you're flooded with true discernment, the ability to know who is trustworthy and worthy of your trust, and to bring to your awareness your own sacredness and the sacredness of others. And as you do that, mistrust dissipates. Now add hope. This golden light of dawn is now flooding into your body to bring to your awareness pain. Physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. Life has its suffering, does it not? But this golden light neutralizes that and sends you the energy of endurance and comfort. You're not alone. You've got this. You have divine help, angelic help, spiritual help, physical help. And now add hope. Add that awakening of positive outlook with joyous anticipation. Now this golden light of the dawning of the day floods into your body and you notice anger. Crud. There it is. Anger is a natural thing. And it's here to help us. But not as a constant state of being. So let this beautiful golden light of dawn neutralize that anger and bring instead passion and action. Ready to take the next steps. An empowered energy. And now add hope. Next, this golden light of the dawning of the day brings to your awareness regret or loss. And this golden light of dawn brings to you a releasing energy and the power of allow. Feel that infusing into your form, into your whole being, into your awareness. And add hope. Next, this beautiful dawn energy, this golden light of dawn, brings light to disappointment that may have been here. And as you allow this beautiful golden light to flow into your being, it brings with it acceptance and forgiveness for self, for others. And now add hope. Now this golden light of the morning dawn illuminates doubt for you. Whether you doubt yourself, you doubt others, even divine source. And this golden light of the new dawn awakens within you faith and curiosity. You feel revitalized, recharged, renewed, and now add hope. And as the day brightens and you become stronger, you feel the brilliance of this dawn bringing brilliance into your life, into my life, into this life, into this moment, into each moment. And now you look around and you notice that there is a gift that has been gifted to you, left here as a symbolic object for you to receive, as a gift, a blessedness. Whether it's a word or a thought or a feeling or some symbolic object, receive that with deep gratitude. And notice as the day becomes brighter and brighter, your hopes become brighter and brighter. And you're ready to manifest the life that you came here to create. And allow yourself to bring that hope, that bright golden dawn back with you, back into this time and space, back into the here and now. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Here you are. Does anyone have a question about what they experienced or what they received? Yes, ma'am. Could I get someone to take the microphone to her? Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, I got a color that I've never had before
Yeah.
on my crown. It was peach.
Peach. I love peach. Peach is the color of yellow and pink together, kind of mushed together. So yellow is joyful, and the pink, of course, is divine love. So you've been infused with a whole nother level of joyful love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, and I felt peace with it too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, well, when you have that joyful love, everything else is just all golden, isn't it?
Exactly. And I received a watermelon tourmaline.
Watermelon tourmaline. What do you think that means for you?
There's so many different levels to what we've talked about today. And the base color is pink, which is love. And so, to me, it's everything's going to lead to love. That's your base.
Yep. And with the beautiful color, peach color that you've been given, this is a whole new awareness of how love is being brought to you and how you're expressing it in this world.
Yeah.
Boy, it didn't get much better than that, does it?
No.
Anybody else?
So my path kind of actually led me to the ocean.
Oh, I love it. Beach sunrises are awesome, aren't they?
So that's kind of where I was at, but it wasn't necessarily that the light was just for me, but it was for my partner.
Uh-huh.
Because he's kind of in a bad physical place right now, and so I was kind of sharing the light with him, but
Wonderful.
I was kind of more inquisitive about why I ended up at a beach instead of just on this path in the forest.
Okay, so the energy of the beach that I'm getting for you now is that you have a lot of emotional stuff going on. Water tends to reflect emotions. There's a lot of deep stuff going on here. And we can tend to feel a little overwhelmed. A little feedback, sorry. But this is also letting you know, hello. There we are. Sorry. But it's also letting you know that on the shore, it can't get you unless you step into that ocean. You're safe. And then it's just lapping at your feet. And it may feel, you know how when you stand on the beach and it feels like the sand is being pulled out from underneath your feet? Phil, can you do something with this microphone? My love. That even though you may feel like you're on unstable ground, that it's okay because you're buoyant. You have love and light that will buoy you, keep you afloat. So even if you lose your footing for a bit, you'll be carried, you'll be lifted, you'll be supported. Does that make sense to you? Did you get any sort of a gift?
Yes and no, it didn't really feel like a gift, but it feels like, I have a gift, but it's for later.
Gotcha. So stay tuned. I love it. That's great. I want to give you some acknowledgement. You know, you talk about appreciation as part of the dawn thing. The blankets that are here in the pews, this little gal made them all. And she did it out of love of her heart. And she's a precious thing. So very talented, and she shared her blessings with us. So thank you, Lori, for that.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments about your guided meditation?
So I received, the light sent me a bunch of small crystals that was for all over my body. So when they touched me, they blended in. So
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So I have had a workshop that I've wanted to teach for like 13 years now, and it talks about crystals within the physical form. You just received your set of these. These help us, they work as energy circuits, so that instead of, you know, some sort of trauma, they take the hit instead of us. So it's like a circuit breaker in your house, and they'll take that energy, but we now have the information on how to clear them. So you just received the full set. They're clear, ready to go. That's awesome. Way cool. If anything, you have just blessed me with the encouragement. It's time to go forward with that, right? Beth? Beth's been helping me for, 3 years now to get this class going? So I guess it's time to present that. So thank you. That's really, really cool. That's a wonderful. Anybody else? Anything else? Okay. Alrighty then. So let's do an energy circuit for the folks at home. Hopefully my microphone will work if I hold it back. Rub your hands together really, really fast. This is a long service, but you know, it was awesome. Hope you liked it. Bringing that beautiful energy into your heart space, from your heart space to your left hand to right hand, and then back to your heart space. This connects an energy circuit, and then you'll feel the energy flowing between your hands. This is not your energy. This is divine energy flowing through you. This is powerful stuff. This is here to help you, to bless you, to strengthen you, to guide you. And you can tune into this anytime. But for now, as you let this energy build, you can almost feel a sphere building in your hands. Bring that into your heart space. God bless, and we will see you next time. Have a great week. Woo-hoo, say goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye. Well, I can find my button here.
I don't know where this goes.